All right, today's topic. We got the Twinders, what was it?
Tinder
Twitter. So this one, we had the Tinder swindler. This is the Twitter swindler. So this all started on Valentine's Day when Belly.
What'd you say?
What?
When? When did it start?
On Valentine's Day.
Okay.
When Belly, Roland, tweets a mirror selfie of him with another woman whose handle is Sativa Monet. Okay.
Who's Belly?
So some
dude.
Some dude, right? He does
Belly.
music apparently, right?
Not the Belly from Toronto.
No. Shout out to him. He's actually from Ottawa.
He's from Ottawa.
He's from Ottawa. I know this because I used to live in Ottawa.
Yeah.
He's from Ottawa.
He's from Ottawa.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's a great producer.
He in Masari.
No, don't mention that. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's pop a bottle. We sipping Dom Perignon. Oh, my days. That motherfucker. I hated Lebanese people just for that. I hated Lebanese people just for that.
Yo. You didn't like
Come
that?
on, baby. Let's pop a bottle. We sipping Dom Perignon. Oh, my days. I'm getting angry. I haven't been this mad. Yo, why you triggering me, bro?
Because you trigger me all the fucking time.
That's fair. Yo, that song, and everybody was singing it. Yeah,
all the girls were singing it.
If you thought Lebanese people were arrogant, wait till Masari came out. That shit changed the game. Shout out to Belly. Fuck Masari. Let's keep going. No. Belly Roland. He tweets himself with a woman, all right? And her followers are like, yo, what's going on? You guys together? And that's when her story begins. And so she says, look, she met Belly on Twitter and they clicked well. He flew out to meet her in April 2021, okay? They planned their following hangouts. She planned to buy her flights out to meet him, and he would organize the rest. First time they were supposed to meet, his cousin supposedly died. So they rescheduled, okay?
Which is fine, cousins died.
I appreciate you. They're moving the funeral to Saturday. That's the only days that can get prison furlough. She basically says something very supportive. He says, I want you there at the same time I know my family needs me, especially my auntie. This is all bad timing, honestly. I don't want to leave you at the hotel while coming to see me. That would be trash of me. Okay. All right. Very kind of him. I think it's very fantastic that he was being considerate. They rescheduled for June 2020, and then he had legal issues. Apparently, his license was suspended and had to attend a court date to fight it. Babe, I got to do 4 days and pay $5,000. You coming next weekend, right? I'm coming on the 25th. Oh, my God, baby, what the fuck? That's ridiculous that you have to do all this over some traffic shit.
Well, if you didn't pay, it's not that ridiculous. But, yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
I don't mean to judge too harshly, but you guys only went out for 1 weekend and y'all call each other babe and shit like that. I find that shit super cringy. Am I crazy?
I can understand why you're saying that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, baby. My boo. Like, when people start talking like that after so quickly, I just... Yeah. So he sends her an image of what he's got to deal with. She was starting to feel like things were a little suspicious, but kept going. They rescheduled a third time. This time he had ghosted her, and once he replied, it seemed to be another person telling her he had been hospitalized due to his sugar spiking because he's diabetic. Everything okay? Hey, I'm texting everyone that reached out. So this is like another person on his phone. Juice went to the hospital earlier today due to his sugar spiking. You'll have his phone tomorrow. She goes, please call me back when you get your phone back, babe. Someone sent her a supposed photo of him at the hospital being unconscious and treated. In reality, it was a live photo. She could see that he was moving in the end of the live photo. He was clearly in the ER, but he claimed to have been there for days, so why hasn't he been admitted? Also, the whiteboard on the back shows a wrong date from the day it was sent. But the problem is it's a live photo. So they're saying he's unconscious.
And then he's moving.
Him, right? So he was taking the photo.
You know what a live photo is?
Huh?
You know what a live photo is?
Yeah, it's like it captures like 1-2 seconds. I've seen it.
Yeah, you seen that?
Yeah. So she became suspicious at this point. Apparently, he's not a homeowner like he said he was. He lives in his mother's home with her. His business became inactive, and he lost his website domain due to not paying for it. And he was not even a successful songwriter like he claimed. So she then blocks him and moves on with her life. She receives an email from him 3 months later where he expresses his apologies and regrets on what happened, offering to pay her back for the plane ticket.
Hey, just wanted to reach out and apologize for my actions. I'm not looking for a response. I'm not looking for sympathy. I only want you to hear me out. And hopefully, find it in your heart to forgive. First thing first, I pop up freaks all the honeys.
But we get the point. Basically, he's just waxing on poetic, right? So then even other artists who he claimed to have worked with came out and be like, I don't know this motherfucker. All right. So that's the gist of it, okay? This guy's been lying about his whole life, lying about the whole thing, lying to get out of these dates, all this other stuff, okay? So Now that we're there.
What's the big thing about this? Why is it a big ass story? Why?
The lengths to which he lied to get out of the dates. The life he tried to portray online, even though he was a complete fraud, saying, I work with Nas, I work with Jay-Z. And it was like, bro, why is he doing all this extra stuff to front online? So, and then when he was caught in the lie, this is what killed me. Someone said, oh, your cousin didn't even die. He's like, no. It was actually one of my uncles. I call them cousins. And he posted a picture of the guy. Turns out the guy that he said died, he has no relation to whatsoever. So even when he was called out on the lies, he tripled down.
Listen, when I was in high school, there's a couple of people like that.
Yeah.
A couple of people like that because, high schools, you try to be different. You know what I mean? You try to show that you're different, that you're worth something. Yeah, you want to be special. Yeah. And you had all these people lying. You had a couple of people that I know that was lying. Like I remember it was another girl, like, it doesn't matter her name. But she was always talking about, I go to New York often and I chill with this and that and all the big stars. Big lies. Big lies. Like, why are you lying? Because people they just want to show that they're special. That's a pathology. It becomes that. There's some people that do not get out of this cycle that they were in high school. I got some of my friends, their best days were in high school. The minute they got out of high school, being an adult sucked. Still to this day sucks. Because they have all these responsibilities and you're not where you're at or where you want to be and stuff like that. So whenever I talk to them, they always talk about just
high
school and stuff like that. So the same way these people are talking about high school, there's some people that lie just like the same pattern that they had in high school, but they keep on doing that because that's all they have. People don't know better, and people will believe what you tell them. If you're from out of town, I could tell you that I'm a big Montreal producer. Me, in Quebec, I'm a big actor. Yeah, I do voices, I do this and that. I'm big, I'm known. I can amplify what
Yeah.
So, and they just do that just to make them feel special. They are failures in life, so they build the life that they would want to have, and they roll with that. But then at some point, keep on lying, they can't back it up. So it all crumbles down.
Fake it till you make it, right?
Fake it till you make it, but you never made it. I think the fake it till you make it thing is good when you actually eventually gonna make, like,
okay, let's
just work towards that. But it doesn't work toward making it.
Let's just start with the first thing.
Okay, let's go start with the first. Let's start with the first.
On Valentine's Day, posting a picture with a girl that you are no longer seeing. That has got to be one of the fucking lamest moves I've ever heard.
That's fuckboy.
That's like the epitome of being a loser.
That's fuckboy.
A girl you're not fucking with, you post a picture with her on Valentine's Day? Yeah. Nigga, you lame.
Memories. You know what I mean?
But how? Okay.
You're 100%.
That's right. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Like, if a girl I messed with before posted a picture of me and her on Valentine's Day, I'd be like, bitches, you bugging? Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
It's extra. I'm trying to fuck somebody else. You messing with my game.
It's extra weird, but there's people that do that. Like, like what they wish they had. Like, they had that girl, and they really wish they would be here with her. They post them. Yeah. They post her, they post a picture without any explanation. So people, they wonder, are we together? Oh, you know what I mean?
So, yeah, there's so many levels to this. I think you touched on a really good one, which is just the attention seeking. I think there's so much pressure on, like, making it or, like, seepingly cool. Like, I know regular ass girls, and you look at their Instagram, it's so extra. Like,
it's like, lavish.
It's like,
I'm like, I know you're not living that lavish
I know what you're doing. But they need to project that, right? Because they get that adulation, right? They get that people like, in the comments, and it feels good. If we keep it in a stack, when you get all those likes and you get those comments, people do get a good feedback loop.
A good rush.
But then you become almost a slave to that rush. You're constantly looking for the next way to flex, right? The newest angle that you can take, the newest location you can take your Instagram photos. And it becomes a perpetual cycle. And then at some point, you start being like these IG models who be out here going on a set and then pretending they're in a jet, right? It's the same thing. It's the same pathology like you discussed, right? So I understand that our society really does encourage a lot of this fakeness, right? And this is just a reflection on we care more about image than substance. That's all this is.
Absolutely.
Right? We care more about image than substance because, veut pas, what he was doing worked for him for what he wanted. Right? He wanted the ladies. Well, she fell for it, right? She heard she was a successful songwriter. She was into all that stuff, right? She was into that.
And they did smash. So it worked. So you got to smash with that.
Right? That's the fucked up thing. And so it is a reflection of the times we live in and the way we go about stuff.
The reason why I talk about high school like that, it reminds me of a story that happened to me in high school where I have a cousin, right? Yo, he's older than me. We do motorcycles together and everything and stuff. And like, he was older than me. He was training. He was running track and field. Was running with one of the best runners in Canada. Anyways, gold medalists and stuff like that. He was doing that. So to me, when I was a kid, I was looking up to him, right? And on top of that, this motherfucker looks good. So this is my cousin, right? I'm in high school, and in high school, I am not popular at all. At all. I'm not popular, all right? Like, I'm like Walter Weeks when he was in Barbados. Anyways, all that to say, I'm there, I'm not popular, and then I see one day I go to school, and I see my cousin, he's in the gym. And he used to go to my high school. Actually, the reason why I went to that high school is because my cousin went to the high school. Now, I'm in Sec 3, not being popular. I see my cousin there. I'm like, yo, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I study to be a gym teacher. I'm in stage. That's like that's what I do. It's like, oh, dope. So excited. I go to class because I had to go. It was in the morning. I go to class. And then all the girls, they talk about my cousin. They're like, oh, shit. Did you see the new stagiaire? The new dude? Yo, this motherfucker look fine. Me, I'm in the back of the class like this. Oh, yeah, bitch. You think he fine? All right. What are you guys talking about? Oh, the new stagiaire. Who? The new guy in there, the new stagiaire. Oh, my cousin. He's your cousin? Instantly, I had attention on me. Just because I was related to that. Just because I was next to the mother. Yeah, that's my cousin. First, it was like, no, that's not your cousin.
How does it feel?
It's good because it sort of happened that same day we had a gym class. So, motherfucker, I walked in the gym class fashionably late.
Yeah, you didn't walk in feet first, head first. You went in dick first.
Fashionably late.
Yeah, I was just leaning.
I was waiting for people to be all sitting down, and then I got out of the locker room. And what I did is I went to the locker room and I went to him first. Hey, what up? You good, cousin? Yeah, I'm good, cousin. Yeah.
Familia.
Just because I was next to that. Yeah. But you see, I could have latched onto that.
Damn right.
And kept on lying and stuff. No, I'm good.
You should have. They'd be like, yo, is that really your cousin? Who? What? I'm in the streets with my family.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And that's a bit what people do. Yeah. So you just see that relation? Yeah. So once you get that feeling, now you're ready to lie for it. But some people, they lie every day. Yo, I'm gonna go to New York to chill with my cousin, and we're gonna chill with Jay-Z. I got people like that in the high school. You know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, we get that, man.
Lies.
So I think there's an unfortunate need. It's like, here's the weird thing, right? He went to such great lengths to lie about that and do all that stuff. On a more minor scale, okay? If we scale it down, obviously the deceit he went to was far over extreme, right? Folks are doing it every day on social media to a lesser degree. Posing beside cars they don't own, right? Even though they're not saying it's my car, they're really leeching off of that feel, right? Using filters or stuff that completely change their faces or whatever it is, right? Angles to We're all trying to project an image to the world. And some people take it as far as this person. I am of the mindset that I think until the values that people inherit change, until this need to always appear amazing changes, this kind of stuff will never stop. Because there's too many benefits to lying and to being deceitful. You get me? Like, that's the first thing. The second thing about this story that I thought was wild is a lot of the lies were just unnecessary. You didn't want to see her again? Just say, listen, I'm not feeling it. Move on. We are so afraid of confrontation. We're so desperate to try to maintain our image. We'll tell unnecessary lies because we think it might hamper it a little bit. Bruh, the lies made the whole story worse. If you would have just slept to the first time, and then the second time she came around, you're like, I'm not down, this would have never happened. Your image would have barely changed. But because you were worried about how she would perceive you, she'd be like, man, fuck this guy. You wanted to be the perfect dude to her. Someone you don't even care to see again. You wanted to be the perfect dude to her. Yeah. You told the most unnecessary lies. And people do this all the time. They do this all the time for no reason in a dating context.
We call that white lies. But then after that, there's a dating context where they just...
Bruh, Just say you don't want to see them again. Sometimes girls be like, yo, I don't see this going anywhere. Yeah, she's hurt. Yeah, I don't feel the best. But she knows where I stand, and I haven't had to lie. And that happens sometimes. It doesn't mean they're going to like you, right? It doesn't mean that you're going to have the best outcome in terms of how they perceive you. But you told the truth, and now you can move on. And honestly, it's just so much easier.
Crazy.
What?
Because I want her to leave, but still like me.
Yeah.
You leave.
Yeah.
But please like me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you you're not going to be connected with that motherfucker.
No.
So, haras.
No.
Is that how you say it?
Khalas.
Haras. Haras.
There you go. That's better.
Haras.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Khalas.
Yeah.
That's true.
Once you tone down the don't make it too long, just khalas.
Khalas.
There you go. There you go. That was much better. All the Arabs, put a 1 in the chat for preaches khalas.
Bam, bam, khalas.
Yeah, khara. Yeah, khara. You shit. Yeah, shit.
How'd you say the animal thing?
Haywan.
Haywan?
Yeah, haywan.
Haywan?
Oh, that's my favorite one, bro.
That's good.
Yeah, every time I see a little kid running around, scream like,
Haywan. Haras Haywan.
Yeah, they even do the spitting of toof. You thought it was just like South Africans?
Yeah.
Nah, not the toof. Yeah, that's a word. That's actually not a word, but they do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress. That's a sidebar, okay? But we just want to talk about this story a little bit. It made me chuckle. As far as this guy goes, man.
Whatever. There's a lot of them out there.
Isn't he just the male version of a city girl? What they call city boys?
Yeah.
Right? Because don't the city girls talk about finessing dudes?
Yeah.
Ain't this the other end of that spectrum?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a bunch of finessers out there. You know, Mrs. Monet, you got finessed. Not super well because he got caught, but hey, it is what it is.
Still finesse.
Hey, no,
he got what he wanted.
We're not endorsing it, but yeah. At some points, we can't let city girls run up the score all the time.
Yeah, sometimes you got to get
it's the fourth quarter. We're losing, but let's score a touchdown or two. You know what I mean? Have some fucking pride.
Get our fuck boys in there. That's right. It's like fuck boys.
That email that he wrote was the most fuckboy email. Listen, listen. I don't even need a reply, and maybe you don't deserve my apology. You know what this dude's doing right there? Do you want me to tell you?
Reverse psychology.
Ish, but you know what he's really doing?
What are you doing?
He's trying to fuck you.
Oh.
Yeah.
We call that a hook.
I fucked up for 3 months. I made you pay for the tickets. I did all this stuff. But let me see if I could fuck again. Hey, girl. And you know what? Shout out to her. Because one thing she did that I really liked.
What?
Is they're like, yo, why would you even get with this guy? He looks like a loser. She'd be like, I'm not going to front. His dick game was amazing. If you can be honest
if you got finesse
about something positive about the person.
Trash? Oh no, she said no. Listen, I wouldn't do all this for dick trash. Yeah. I wouldn't do all this.
That's why I take her. I take her out of work
because most of the motherfuckers are gonna be like, "Hey,
his dick was small.
You got a little dick anyway, motherfucker." I don't care. Yeah, I gotta appreciate.
Shout out to you, Miss Monet. Okay, all right.
You see what he did there?
What I do?
He was trying to fuck. Miss Monet. Gong.
Anyways, I'm not in the streets. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys agree or disagree? We want to hear from you.
You're not?